Hi guys, today we are at UiPath FUSION event in Stockholm.
First of all, thank you for having the interview to speak today. My name is Marco. I'm the field CISO for EMEA and Asia at UiPath. And I've been in this company now for 5 months, coming from a background of more than 25 years in information security.
So today lots of people run locally their AI agents. And the question is how it is different to running agents actually in enterprise environments.
The biggest difference is that you need to have a comprehensive governance in an enterprise organization. Don't just vibe code stuff and then put it in the wild and hope for it to make sense in any way. This is not how an enterprise organization works. It's different if you're doing it at home where you can just do whatever you want. So the governance piece is critically important and needs to be adhered to. And then at the same time, maybe talk to your IT team before you're deploying anything you've built. They might have an opinion on this.
Okay, that sounds interesting. So when you mentioned about governance, what do you mean by that? Is it more about security, about level of control, audit and all that stuff?
It's all of that. And the fact that, look, information security, if you look at that for a second, we have a mandate to not add more risk, but actually take it out of the risk equation as good as we can. Governance is not just putting a framework of words around it that someone eventually adheres to or not, but actually put processes in place that penalize wrongdoing and prevent them from happening. So the first step you'll take is you put a policy in place that sets the foundation of how an agentic use case should be deployed and operationalized inside an organization. Me, from a security perspective, the first question I ask, is it introducing business risk, yes or no? And if it does, let's qualify and quantify it, and let's see how we can manage it. IT will look at it from a perspective of, does it actually work and is it operationalizable in the grander schema of things? So there are quite a few things that we need to put in place as a foundation. So my cautious word of warning is, be smart about it. You're talking about an organization here and not your private lab at home.
Yeah, okay, thank you for that insight. And also, stakeholders often see security as something that is blocking their speed to deliveries, speed of innovation. How to properly manage security part to ensure that it's not blocking and stopping, cutting the speed of transformation, but actually going in pace with this?
I think the biggest step to take is, if you're adhering to your security frameworks, security likes to make things measurable and binary. If it is a risk, let's manage it. If it's not a risk, let's forget about it, right? Work backwards from the outcome. Whatever the outcome is that you're looking to instill with your agentic use case, put security into that thought from the beginning onwards, and then build a foundation once you understood what you're trying to get to. So work backwards with your workflows, work backwards from the idea to how you want to see the product be evolved, and make security not an afterthought, but something that is part of the foundational thinking. Because if you do it the other way, I like to use the analogy of someone who's building a house and they're ready to move in, and then someone 5 days into it says, actually, how about the basement? It becomes complicated if you're trying to put that in afterwards.
Yeah, I like that, and I see it like it is a common thing that people starting from POC, okay, everything's work on POC level, let's deploy it quickly.
Yep. Yes.
Common issue, and later we have unexpected security issues.
Yes.
Okay, if we speak broader on AI, agentic automation, what customers should ask of AI platform vendors to ensure that their platform is secure, they can build agentic workflows there? So what do you recommend to ask those AI vendors?
Sure. So I can speak from a UiPath perspective. UiPath has undergone the AIUC1 certification. We are the first enterprise automation company on the planet that actually has that certification. Why did we do it? Because we live in a digital society where data is changed every single day, but the currency we're trading with is trust. You can measure and audit stuff, but if some external party comes in and does a rigorous dance on you, which took us 9 months, and it needs to be repeated every quarter and then once a year a new certification ideation, then obviously this creates a level of trust that is unprecedented. And it's not something you get from an ISO certification which tests your basic IT principles. So find a way to understand whether that company actually likes to bolster trusted certifications instead of self-proclamation, which is something you don't want to see. The second thing is, talk to their internal infosec and get an understanding how transparent they are about how they're doing information security. Us, if you go to trust.uipath.com, we're basically laying bare most of what it is we're doing inside our organization and in our team when it comes to protecting the company from any unintended activities coming from the outside in or the inside out. So those two combined, an external auditor that validates the trust of the organization and us showing how it is we're doing, those two combined, they should be put in place.
I really like it, a point about the external auditor, and it really makes sense, especially when you deploy agent to finance, right? It can access all financial data, HR data, customer information. So thank you for that. And probably the last one, 5 years from now, what company will regret more? That they speed up with implementing agentic automation in their company, or will they regret that they actually slow down? And how to find that balance actually?
Oh, well, that's a loaded question. So I believe that it could be a combination of both. If you're jumping on the bandwagon too fast, then you might not have the maturity to back it up, and then you're losing yourself in a technological arms race where a frontier company is building something and you're trying to pick up on it, and then eventually you lose yourself on the way there. The option B would be you've waited too long and your competition has basically eaten your lunch because they have started building something and you didn't, and then you sit there on a non-automated process that consumes a lot of resources and obviously money. The most important thing is do it consistently and do it in a way that for your own maturity level allows to consume AI. Don't overburden yourself, and most important thing, delegate it to one individual person who owns the decision making. Do not give it to a committee. We have seen that many times with other tests, that committees don't decide on things. Empower an individual person and then you should be golden.
Yeah, I really point about consistency. I believe it should be related to leadership roadmap and direction that they need to set up in the company, and be conscious about all the pitfalls, security issues and other stuff that can actually put company in a risk.
Correct.
Thank you a lot.
Likewise, thank you.